Greetings, beasts. I wanted to, um, I wanted to talk about something that I maybe should have talked. Maybe I should have talked about it sooner. But I don't know. I think I want to address like why I, um, prefer certain words when referring to myself. Okay, and it's a very specific thing. I mean, like, because we all know that I use all pronouns. I do use all pronouns. I'm not picky. I do like all the pronouns: the he, the she, the they, the it, and all other neo pronouns such as fey, fair, um, z, zer, stuff like that. They, them, stuff like that. I don't actually know all of them. There's a lot, but there's neo pronouns. There's so many, and I want to talk about. First, I want to just say like the reason why neo pronouns are a thing, and why they're good. So some people don't feel like any pronoun really reflects how they feel, uh, and they want to make new pronouns to describe themselves, to refer to themselves, and that can be honestly pretty hard for people to like exclusively rely on because obviously like they're new. So being that, and people already perceive queerness as being kind of a new thing even when it's not. So for people to see people using new pronouns, neo pronouns, they they will get defensive and they will get bothered and everything, so it is kind of tough. Um, so that's why not a lot. I think it's fair to say not a lot of trans people use neo pronouns, but some do, and some even do like exclusively use them. But I don't think that's the majority. That doesn't mean that it's not important. It is important to respect people's pronouns. It's okay to get it wrong. It's okay to mess up. It's okay to forget. But it's very important that you try to give someone the love and respect that you would give anybody else, any cisgender person that you care about in your life. Anyone that you want to feel, that you want to make them, you want them to feel comfortable, you know, make them feel seen and understood as a human being. Um, so I want to get down to why I use all pronouns, but not all nouns. And that's the thing. So it's like I use all pronouns, yes, but I'm not comfortable with gendered nouns such as girl or boy, girlfriend or boyfriend, daughter or son, things like that. And in the future, if I get married, wife or husband wouldn't be okay for me either. Or if in the very unlikely chance that I actually choose to have children, then I would not probably be comfortable uh, with being called like a mother or a father. And the reason why I have these preferences with these nouns but not with pronouns, is that for me, these nouns, they feel like they are like a holistic thing. Like when you say that someone is a woman, you're saying that this person is female, entirely female, holistically female, not just like feminine or anything like that. Like for me, the way that I perceive it, like she, her pronouns or he, him pronouns or stuff like that, it just feels like a vibe. It feels like femininity or masculinity, but not like being female or being male. It feels like kind of like wearing clothing. It can be feminine or masculine, but it doesn't like, it's not the whole story. That's how I perceive it. And other people might experience gender differently, and that's valid, but this is how I experience my gender, where just none of the gendered pronouns give me dysphoria, especially if like a lot are being used kind of in circulation. Like I do enjoy when there's like a room of people and different people are using different pronouns for me, or when like one person will kind of switch up their pronouns for me like day to day. If they do it like multiple times in a day, it can be kind of disorienting even for me. But if they do it like one day they'll call me a he, the next day they'll call me a they, then one day they'll call me a she, like that's really cool. You don't have to do that at all. Like that's not at all required. It's not required. I know that that would be hard to keep up with, but it's enjoyable. I do think it's fun and makes me feel very seen. It makes me feel perceived and seen and understood by the people around me. But anyway, yeah, I am comfortable with all of these pronouns, but not all of these gendered nouns, because the gendered nouns feel like they encompass your entire gender, your entire identity, whereas with gendered pronouns, it feels like it's only a piece of the puzzle, or like a superficial thing, like this is only how you might express yourself, but this isn't necessarily who you truly are, or anything like that. Because who I truly am is a non-binary person, you know? A slightly masculine non-binary person is how I feel. Like, I'm slightly masculine, but mostly just androgynous. That's the way I feel on the inside. And I also mostly feel like kind of like imagine a gay man and a lesbian kind of overlapping. I kind of feel like that. I know that might be hard to imagine, but I just like I feel a strong connection with a lot of things that are associated with gay men and that gay men enjoy, and then I also enjoy a lot of things um, that are like associated with lesbians, you know, lesbian culture and stuff like that. So um, I have connections to these two cultures, and there is a bit of crossover sometimes. Like they're not all that different all the time. So you know, it's more possible than you might think. But in general, and then I just also have a lot of feelings that are just gender neutral, just completely gender neutral, and that don't have to do with like things at all. They're just kind of separate from gender. I feel like that applies to a lot of people because nothing is inherently gendered. Like, um, you know, sex and gender are two different things. Sex is like a physical thing, and whereas like gender is just how you express yourself. Um, yeah. So you know, gender. Sorry, I have a hair. I had a hair on my tongue. Gross. Anyway, yeah, like gender is just sort of a. It's like it's a social construct and a sort of an art form. It's a way of expressing yourself, you know. And so like nothing is inherently this or that gender. So because of that, a lot of people, you know, when you ask them, like, do you, even cisgender people, if you ask a cisgender person, like, do you feel like a woman or do you feel like a man? Sometimes they'll just say, I just feel like me. Because gender is a social construct and it's hard for people to truly feel it or to understand what it is to feel a gender. You know what I mean? So, that's what that's about. Um, I thought that that would be nice to talk about. That's pretty much all I have to say on the matter. So I hope you have a nice day, man. Bye bye.